What's poppin'? It's Friday. What's cracking, you guys? How is everyone doing?
Switch.
What's cracking, y'all? Let's get into it. I think I'm gonna ruffle some feathers today. What are you guys saying? What? You don't think I am what? Okay.
Switch.
Hey girl, hey. Obs. What is cracking? Dwayne. What's up, Dwayne? Do you guys want to ruffle some feathers? I might ruffle some of you guys' feathers. It's okay. But I think I want to ruffle some feathers. I've been wanting to do this for a little bit. I think today's the day. You know, if only 39 days to go. If only 39 days to go. I think I'm going to ruffle some feathers. I don't think was related to you changing from 100 days to 3. Absolutely not. No, Paul knows me. Who said that? Who said that? Nah. Unless this becomes my full-time job. No.
Switch.
I love you guys, but I don't think so. What is this? I can't see. Oh, it's birds. It is birds. It's a swan, a parrot, and a flamingo. Oh, I was able to differentiate that from my small iPad mini screen. How are you guys doing? You guys ready for Friday? You guys ready for the weekend?
Switch.
Pretty ready. Are you pretty ready? I might be pretty ready. What is cracking, YouTube fam? We are 61 days to go with 61 days in. I always mess that up. I'm glad I don't want to use an intro just yet. We are 61 days down with 39 days to go on my 100 days of live streaming challenge. I'm India Delgado, the only India Delgado you can find on YouTube. I don't know how I feel about doing intros just yet. I feel like I should. I don't know. How are you guys? It's Friday. Gretchen, I need where you want me to send your coffee card to. Please let me know. It's small, but it helps. Do you guys have any plans for this weekend? Let me know. I'd love to hear what your plans are. I think I may have to work a little bit, do some bank work a little bit, because I got some stuff. I got actually more than just some stuff. And I don't think I should wait till I get back to work on Monday. So I feel like I'm going to need to pull out my work computer tomorrow and do some things, unfortunately. Koa's halfway up and halfway down. And so I was thinking that I may want to ruffle some feathers today. And I know how much you guys love this shot. So I was thinking I may want to ruffle some feathers today. I may want to see what you guys think. I want to talk about it. I want to have a conversation around it. I want to see what you have to say, I don't know. I'm interested. Dwayne says, graduation here in town. Lots of people flying in. What town, Dwayne? And what school? Philly, there's tons of school. There's Temple, there's Drexel, there's Penn State. There's tons of schools. I'm right next to Rutgers, where K-Walk graduated from. See me doing some switching, doing some things. Got some transitions. Maybe some transitions. Perhaps messing around with some stuff. What do you think about that? I don't like that. How about this? What do you think? Like I said, I think I'm going to ruffle some feathers. But you can't get mad at me if I ruffle some feathers. So we're going to leave it at that. Don't you always ruffle feathers? Perhaps I do sometimes ruffle some feathers, perhaps. Oh, my babe says she cannot do 365 days. No way, I miss her. It has been eating into our time, in all honesty. It absolutely has been eating into our time. Gretchen is saying ruffle away. Okay. And so swinging by because I saw you were live. Got to get back to work. Have fun ruffling feathers. Who's that, my friend? Thank you for coming through. That's Paul. If she went to 365, I'd be ruffling some East Coast feathers. So no, we are not going to ruffle feathers by announcing that I'm doing 369 days. No, definitely not doing that. Maybe have the scene fly in from the side. All right, hold on. Espérate. Let's do from the right. Yeah, let me see. And then add. Maybe. How's that? Yeah. But what I was saying, Huntsville, Alabama, Oakwood University. Very cool. And going back to this, yes, it has absolutely eaten into our time, because normally we talk in the evenings at this time, and then we kind of, wind down. That's how we kind of catch up, because I do my stuff, my bank stuff and stuff. And this is absolutely taken into that time. So, okay. I thought it was Liz. I just wasn't sure. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Let's see. Here's this. That's kind of a fast. Can I fix this? Let me see. If we do this? How's this? And like I said, that's kind of slow. How about? And I'm going to get to it. I just wanted to see. Like I said, I just wanted to rustle. That's nicer. I like that. That's a nicer transition there. Oh, but I want to talk to you guys over here from this way. Nano, que lo que? What's going on, brother? How are you? Thank you for coming through. You are still talking just with an audience. This is true. You're right. We are still talking. It's just not one-on-one. We're not FaceTiming unless, she calls me and then she's my guest and then we FaceTime and you guys, just like you said. And then we just have our normal conversation and act like, I don't know. That wouldn't always be YouTube friendly. So I like that slower. I think that's a good cut in there. So what do we got? We got 8 viewers on. Hey, Albert, how are you? Nope, that's the wrong one. I appreciate you. There you go. What's cracking? K-Walk, what is the deal? How are you doing? How's it going? Hey. Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you 100%. Like it better than coming up from the bottom. You like my glasses? Thank you. There's a dog. She's upset because the gate is closed, She can't get through. She doesn't understand. Mom, why did you close the gate? I want to get over. Look, she's looking at me. She was pissing me off earlier today. She was definitely being a puppy and spiteful and was peeing all over the place. Every time I turned around, I'm like, what is happening? Ah! I tell Angie she needs to come get the dogs because sooner or later, she's not going to have any dogs to come back to. That's how they make me feel. And my glasses, these are my smart glasses. So whenever I go out, look, she's getting pissed off. She's leaving again. Koa. Do you want to come downstairs, Koa? These are my smart glasses, my intelligent glasses. Anyway, a little late today. This week has kicked my backside. I understand. I definitely understand because work we've been getting busier and I've been putting in a bunch of new pre-approvals. I've been in contact with a good amount of realtors and a few nonprofit agencies, and I am absolutely busier. That's why I said before you came in, K-Walk, that's why I said, I think I got to bust open my laptop on the weekend. Can get back to a few people. That's the nature of the beast. No, don't say that, Paul. Paul, stop. Imagine? No, I'd be very upset. No. Paul, while I was putting together my vacuum, guys, the problem with adulting, I'm very excited that I picked up a Dyson, the animal vacuum, the V7, which is the upright cordless vac, because she sheds. She's a short hair, but she sheds a lot, and I didn't know that. I've had Tyler for 13 years, and Tyler does not shed at all, and he's a Yorkie. And now I'm dealing with a shedding dog. And she's white, and my sofas are navy blue. And even a shirt like today. So now I have to keep these on the floor. This is just a lint thing, but I have to keep these on every floor because I am like going through sheets of lint brush. So today, right before I got on, I wanted to make sure I was presentable for you guys. But as I was unboxing my Dyson, the V7, it made her nervous and she peed right in front of me. I was like, oh, what the hell, Koa? Anyway, you need to take it back and exchange it for a wet vac. I know, I thought of that. That is a great point. They do have the little mini vacuums that are like the little mini wet vac things. I think I may get that separate. Yes. Looks like Koa likes the lint roller too. You saw that, Paul? Did you notice all of that? Like, it's driving me crazy. All right, so let's do this thing here. And so you can see I'm kind of messing around with some stuff over here. We got some transitions, fade to black, fade back in. If I want to come back over this way here, I can kind of do the same thing. Yep. I have my overhead camera here. If I slide that in. Here's my overhead shot. And so what I want to do, this is what I want to do. Hold on. Going to come back to me over here. And, because like I said, shedding and peeing all over and she's a puppy. She's 4 months old. So I know, she's a good dog. She listens very well. She does try to let us know when she has to use the bathroom and stuff. I know some of the stuff is just puppy stuff, but yes, Obs, this is my first Dyson ever. I'm like, oh my God, amazing stuff. Right? I'm like, how have I lived without this? And then the fact that it's portable so I can take it to my car and clean up my car. Oh, I'm like in adult heaven. Gosh, so good. All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm putting you guys on preview mode really quick because I want to check something out here. And what I want is this, maybe. Nope. Because I want to see how many feathers I ruffle. So I'm going to do this. Then I'm just going to come back over here and I'm going to turn on my camera switcher. I'm going to go over here. Going to do this. Nope. This here. All right. Yes. Publish. Very good. So I've actually thought about this for a while. I just honestly haven't put too much time and energy into it, honestly, to do it. And so I was thinking about, okay, what am I going to go over tonight? What am I going to review and things like that? What are we going to talk about? And so I was like, you know what? Let me do it, because I actually have a client that I'm helping out. Well, not helping out, but I have a client call next week that I just needed to make sure that I was 100% ready. I was confident, but again, you know, you want to make sure you're 100% ready. And so I was like, all right, well then, you guys will be my my test dummies. And so you see I'm transitioning. I got different scenes, right? I got that there. Well, that's not what I want to do here. It's if I want to come over here and I slide this in. And let me come back. Do you see what I got on the screen? So now let the ruffling of feathers commence. So I'm interested, very interested. I know Albert is aware. I know Albert knows what this is because he uses it. I'm interested to know how many of you guys, what is going on? Caleb, how are you? Caleb, you like the side view? The side view, I've had it for a while. I just haven't used it too much here. But it is pretty cool, right? To give you a little bit of the behind. Look at Paul. It is pretty cool. Let's come back. Paul says OBS. Right, exactly. I said it has been, it really, right, exactly. See, let the comments commence. Let me just move this over. Let the comments and the ruffling of the feathers commence. Boom, boom, boom. Somebody call the police. Somebody call the police. I said I wanted to ruffle some feathers. And this has been something, like I said, I've been wanting to do for a while. I'll be honest with you. For a while, I've wanted to do this. Not ruffle feathers. No, not ruffle feathers. But I did want to talk about OBS, and I wanted to bring OBS on screen. And you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? So if we come back over here, this camera that you guys are looking at is the OBS Virtual Camera. So I brought the OBS Virtual Camera into Ecamm, and so you see I'm messing around with the transitions, right? And so if we just kind of go back over here, and I'm messing around with the transitions, what you guys are looking at is actually the OBS source. I'm controlling everything from within OBS right now. And hold on, what am I doing here? I did the wrong thing. That's what I wanted. There you go. And then I used Virtual Camera. And then I used Virtual Camera to bring this into Ecamm. So this is where we're at right now. The end stream button in YouTube Studio is flashing at me. No, Paul. There's a very good reason for it. No. So Paul has access. Paul is now like a manager of my YouTube channel, Paul and Angie. So he's more than just a moderator for me. Paul can literally stream and say that it's me from my channel. Paul can end the stream. He can start streams for me. He can delete comments. Like Paul can do all of that good stuff. So that's why he's saying this comment here. Back to home time view, OBS and Ecamm together, right? No ruffling feathers. It's your sanity. Gretchen says, I do not have enough brain cells to spare for OBS talk. I use Ecamm Virtual Cam with StreamYard, so I'm not a purist, right? It's like being bilingual, no? So here's the thing. So let me come back to you guys full screen. So what I'm going to do is, so I'm sharing the screen here. So for those of you guys, it seems like you guys all know, right? This where the mouse is where I'm previewing stuff, right? This is my preview mode. So if I want to bring my GIF back on the screen, if I come back to my virtual camera, so on the right-hand side is what's being outputted. So if I get out of my screen share scene, this is what you guys are looking at. This is the output in OBS, right? So that's this section here. And so if I come back and I just want to transition, going to hit one of these in the middle, and then I'm just going to do, let's say we're going to slide it over. So now I'm looking at my A6400. So if I just come back to my virtual camera right here. So this is the OBS virtual camera. And then that's good, Gretchen. Did I tune into an alternate universe, India? Paul has a lot of power over there in the closet. He does have a lot of power. That's why he better stop complaining, because he acts like I abuse him. But he actually has a lot of power. He's even an admin on my Kajabi site, okay? Paul has all the power. But here's the thing, going back to a little bit like with what Albert said, with being bilingual, it definitely, listen, nothing is going to replace Ecamm. However, it depends on what you're looking to do as a content creator, right? Not just as a content creator, probably not just as a content creator. Well, even so, at that point, I think it's really good to have multiple tools in your tool bag, because there may be, if your hammer ever fails, do you have a mallet, or vice versa? If your mallet fails, right? Like in essence, they can do the same thing. The hammer and the mallet are, in theory, the same kind of tool. You just don't use them in the same application. And it's not the greatest metaphor, but it's a similar metaphor. OBS and Ecamm are the same kind of tool. It just depends on what's your preference, right? Do you need to use a hammer? Do you need to use a mallet? Why are you going to use this? Do you need something that's simple? Do you need something that's easy to use? But being able to have both in your toolbox and being able to understand, because here's the thing, let's say you're in a work environment where it's Windows only, you want to be able to put on a great, amazing stream, and they don't let you bring in a Mac computer. I've worked in those environments, and it depends, because if it's that tied down, you usually can't bring in OBS, right? Because you can't download new software. Just trying to, my seat is like really far down today. What's happening here? Hey, I don't know what's happening. There you go. Come down a little bit. All right, that was weird. I gotta bring my arms down. Okay, technical difficulties. All right. But it's just good to understand at least the basics of it, right? You never know the situation you're going to be in. And if it's ever that quick, you know what, I absolutely hate OBS, but I know how to use it in a pinch. It's one of those kind of deals. And that's why I said I've been thinking about this for a while. I've wanted to like ruffle some feathers. For a minute, I absolutely have. So for me, it goes a little bit further than just that. I will always be an Ecamm user, like almost all of you guys' stuff. I will always be an Ecamm user. I, tell people this is what I use for work. So with the bank, if I have a WebEx call, if I have a Zoom call, I literally switch computers. I send myself the invite from my bank email to my personal email, and then I join that call from my Mac Mini so that I can use Ecamm's virtual camera and do all of the things, right? So I'm loyal. I'm a diehard Ecamm person. However, here's the thing with what I do with now my business and what I've been doing. I kind of have been doing this for 2 years. I just let it go, and now I'm picking back up. Obviously, you guys know that I have the masterclass, but I also do consulting. I also do remote production, and I can do in-person production. Depending on who my clientele is, not everyone are Mac users. And so for me to be a good business person, right, for me to really help as many people as possible, as a good business person, the solution isn't always going to be go out and buy a $600 Mac Mini or go out and buy a $900 MacBook Air, subscribe to Ecamm, and then I can get you to have your image look just like that, especially if it's not going to be someone who's doing as many intensive things as we may or may not do. So of course, the pitch comes with caveats. Of course, I need to check these comments. The pitch comes with caveats or something like that. But like I have a client that he just wants to do 4-minute videos and he wants to be able to get quick things on the screen when he is presenting to clients in a Zoom. He wants to be able to have his lower thirds, and he's a Windows user. And I told him, I said, well, the way I do it, the ease of use, it's going to be my first recommendation is Mac-based computer software. But if you don't want to do that, then I can give you a competitor. But the learning curve is not going to be, right? Thank you, Caleb. The learning curve is, I may have to check on the dog. I feel like she's chewing on one of my shoes. Koa, come here, Koa. She is absolutely chewing on one of my shoes. Finish my thought and then I'm going to check on her really quick. The learning curve, I did say the caveat, and I do say this to other caveats. The learning curve is nowhere going to be as easy as it could be. But if what you're looking, I can help you get set up. And now here's the thing as well. What I can teach someone in an hour consultation session with, if they are an Ecamm user, but just by setting up, or if they are a Windows user, just by getting Ecamm up and running, bringing their overlays onto the screen, setting up 1 or 2 scenes, will most likely take at least 3 sessions, if not more, with OBS, right? Which then means that for me, you're going to spend more. If that's what you want, fine. Paul, you better leave me alone, Paul. But that's really, honestly, the biggest thing. So for me, with what I do as a business person and as an entrepreneur, I need to be able to have both of these tools, and I need to be able to be well versed enough in these tools of bringing in, using an Ecamm competitor for those clients that will absolutely not budge. Right. And being able to say, all right, I can help you. I'm going to show you how to bring your camera in. I'm going to show you how to bring your microphone in, show you how to bring in a lower third if they're going to use green screen, whatever the case may be, show you how to go from one thing. It's very rudimentary. It's absolutely very crude, right? It 100% is very crude. Nothing like what, we are used to in Ecamm itself. However, for it being a free software, you pay for what you get. Joel, what is cracking? How are you doing today? Listen, it helps me, right? Because then I expand my reach of who I can help. So let me just check in on you guys, because you guys are haters. I said I knew it, but I'm not mad. Actually, before I check on you guys can talk crap about me all you want. I'm going to go check on the dog really quick, because the dog is, I know, she is messing with some of my shoes. I thought I had put a be right back window. I cleaned up all of my stuff, and it seems like I have misplaced. There's the be right back screen. I will be right back. I'm back. She was actually chewing on a dog toy right by the stairs. Just my whole headphone thing. All right. And okay, the audio seems to be okay. This Rodecaster Pro, sometimes the audio is like pain in the butt. All right. And I saw there was a question. I got to go back. So I'm going to just come back to you guys, because I know I've ruffled a ton of feathers. So let me go see these feathers that I've ruffled. I should ruffle the feathers while I make you guys look at this. Oh, no, not that. I mean, we can look at that. We can also take a look at this. We're doing a Stream Deck giveaway. Stream Deck Day XL giveaway. 5-year anniversary, Sunday, May 15th. And if you haven't already, be sure to sign up for the Ecamm on Deck Stream Deck Masterclass. But let's go to ruffling some feathers while I take a look at what you guys have to say. Anita. Hey, Anita, how are you? My Rodecaster, so we come back over here, over the shoulder. Here we go. This is not OBS. This is all Ecamm. No virtual camera. This is all Ecamm. The Rodecaster is on a laptop mount. So if I just come, let me just do it without the overlay. Here. I take it off. You can see that it's on a Visa. So it's on a monitor arm. And then it's on a Visa laptop holder. And these little legs, these silver legs extend out. And it's cool because the Rodecaster Pro sits perfectly. The back sits perfectly. And then the legs hold it up and it hooks on to it very well. It's secure. And I can press my buttons and not have any issues. You see, it's pretty sturdy. I can kind of go through all the buttons, go from page to page, and it works with no issues. Let's come back over here. Tilt this a little bit. All right. Let's go back because I know how much you guys were enjoying the OBS camera. I know how much you were enjoying this screen share overlay of OBS. I try OBS and it was overwhelming. Too much to handle. Might give it a try again, but not right now not right now in the future. No, it is. It's very overwhelming, even for me. So I started off with it, definitely a learning curve. I've helped a few different people with it. So I am fairly familiar with it. It's not counterintuitive. It's not pretty. It's right. It's none of those things. So all that setup requires a strong PC. Yeah. So, what's funny is that I'm running Ecamm Live at the same time. I'm streaming my main camera, this one that you guys are looking at. My main camera is running out to you guys. Well, the whole stream is running out 4K. I have 4 cameras connected. So there's 4 camera sources. There's this one. There's this one. There is my overhead shot. So if we just come over here, you guys can see I have my overhead shot here. And then I also have my iPhone that's connected, but I wanted to leave that to show you guys a little bit of what that looks like. And then with Ecamm, so I have OBS running. And then if we come to this scene here, this is the OBS Virtual Camera. So you guys are seeing, right, the OBS Virtual Camera, which is coming into Ecamm. And I'll just switch back and forth. And the M1 is handling it all like a champ with no issues. So kudos to Mac to be able to handle all of that process. I've tried OBS for many, many years to learn. I've tried for many, many years to learn another language. My mom learned many languages. So did my daughters. Skipped my generation. Yeah. Koa finally made her way downstairs. He has leveled up his name, Mr. Moderator. I noticed that today too. I did notice that earlier. Use the right tools for the job. Absolutely. 100%. I've been trying for many years just to learn English. Paul says, last time I tried OBS, my computer almost flew out the window. 100%, I agree. So when I started using OBS 2 years ago, prior to knowing what Ecamm was, I had a MacBook Air because I've always been a light and travel light kind of person. So I had a MacBook Air and the MacBook Air would crash every time I connected OBS, absolutely crash. And I didn't understand. And then when I started looking at the minimum requirements, I realized, oh, okay, my MacBook Air is not suited for this. So I ended up selling the MacBook Air and getting the MacBook Pro, the 2019 i9 16-inch MacBook Pro with 16 gigs of RAM. And right at the same time, I found out about Ecamm, which then, of course, those were great specs for it. And then I just switched over to Ecamm and never looked back. And aside from the fans issue, right? Like the fans overheating, and I solved that issue by having my monitor on one end of my desk I had a really long Thunderbolt cable. I spent like $60 on a Thunderbolt cable, Thunderbolt 3 cable. And then I put the dock literally on the other end. So the dock was kind of right on this side and the MacBook was on this side. And so because it was so far away from where I was actually sitting looking at the camera where my mic was, you guys never heard the fan, but the fans were going off. But other than that, it handled my streams like a champ. So let's see. Just like your Stream Deck class, I was comparing your Stream Deck education with my working knowledge of ELMC topic today that Doc covered. Yeah, I kind of missed it. I was on the road. I was like in and out. You guys are funny. All right, let's see. She told you she wanted to come downstairs. I know she did. That's fine. And now she's all like, she's behind me now. Now she's just playing around. We will be performing an exorcism at the end of this stream. You know what? Can't your client do similar stuff with an A10 mini? So I don't, here's the thing. I don't have an A10 mini. I don't know an A10 mini. I couldn't answer that question, honestly. I know what I could help him do with OBS. He had heard of OBS. So, anyway. Let's see. The point G. Albert is spending money, right? If they have Windows, exactly. That's exactly that, Paul. If they have a Windows computer already, which he does, OBS is free, right? Exactly. That's the only cost is the time plus the frustration, right? So the only cost at that point is, of course, he's paying me for the consultation, right? He's paying me. He got my three package consultation. And then at that point, three different consultation sessions is more than enough. He already downloaded OBS. I need to make sure that he downloads the virtual camera. He gets that set up. He has his logos and stuff. So it's going to bring in, we're going to kind of go over it, here, just because I want to ruffle your feathers. We're going to definitely go over it here. But it's that simple. If with what he explained to me, with what he wants to do, it's that simple. And then for me here again, from a business perspective, right? So from a business perspective, and let me just, come this way from an entrepreneur, business owner's perspective, where I do coaching and consultations. If I help him, I give him, the white glove treatment. He didn't have to spend anything outside of, he knew he was going to spend money with me with the consulting. But if I give him all the tools he needs and I show him the resources of where he needs to go, and he can set up his stream, he actually live streams to LinkedIn. So he can set up his stream and get everything done within OBS where that's free. And it does what he needs. Now every other business client that he works with, hopefully, or his friends and family will turn into referrals for me, right? So it's one of those things that it's like, listen, India made it so simple. India made it. So then it's also growing my business through referrals that way without, trying to simplify the process as easy as possible. And again, expanding my clientele, expanding my demographic. All right. So let's come back over here. Take care of your shoes. I have a cat, so I can relate to pet damage. Listen, she's been crazy, Caleb. She has been, when I was on the stream yesterday, I was trying not to yell at her. She took my slippers and chewed my slipper while I was on the stream with you guys and damaged my North Face slipper just a little bit. So she is in the hot seat. Paul is reminding you guys about my Ecamm on Deck. I'm sure that I'm behind on comments. My Ecamm on Deck masterclass. There is the link there, and this is that here. So if you haven't signed up, we are doing 3 more till the 26th. So we have the 12th, the 19th, and the 26th. 3 more classes. You're very welcome, Anita. Anita was in the class yesterday. You definitely want to come and hang out with us if you have a Stream Deck so you can learn some cool things. All right. So have I ruffled your feathers enough? I think I've ruffled your feathers enough. I'm going to ruffle your feathers some more. Let me see. What do I want to do? I want to hide. I'm going to hide my days to go. That's not what I wanted to do. What happened here? Well, that's interesting. Click. That's not working. Let me see. Okay, that works. See, the loop deck. Paul and I were talking about this yesterday. The loop deck is it's great. And then sometimes, now, there you go. Anyway. All right. And let me get back to my scene here. And Paul is also reminding you guys from Facebook. Very cool. Thanks, Paul. So what I'm actually going to do is I am going to build out a brand new scene from blank. So I'm going to go blank. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a screen share overlay. And I'm going to specify, I just want to show OBS here. Make this a little bit bigger. And we are going to bring in a camera overlay. Turn this bad boy on here. And iPhone. Very cool. Tall. Bring this over here. Hey guys. All right. Okay. Bring this way. And then I'm actually going to bring this over here. And we're going to do some things. So I am going to turn off this corner radius, turn off the border, and then I'm going to crop this in so we can get this kind of tight. Make this bigger. And so bring this down. All right, make myself a little bit smaller. Stop being funny. Okay. All right. And I'll turn off black and white so you can actually see me. Okay, so now you guys are looking at a screen share of what OBS looks like directly. You can see I have my different cameras. So I have my behind the shot in the back. Then I have my A6400. And then for my preview is my iPhone where I'm looking at you guys right here. And I got to bring the comments over so I can pay attention to you guys. Very cool. All right. And so quick, you can see Koa playing around there. She's playing catch with herself. Fetch. All right. So on the left-hand side, which now there is a red border around it, that's going to be your preview window, right? So you have your preview window. That's going to be kind of how preview works within Ecamm. You can make any changes and adjustments. The right-hand side is what's being actually fed out into the world. So on the right-hand side, that's my main camera. You can see I have the your overlay there. And so in the middle, you have your options for transitions. So if you want to transition from the left to the right, the options that I have is cut, fade to black, swipe, and slide. You also have this slider here. So if you just want to slowly fade to whichever the transition is, you can kind of control the fade. So if you want it to be quick or if you want it to kind of go slow. So the last thing, so let's go back. So if I have fade to black or if I go fade and now I want to just slowly, so let's click on this, fade. And now, see some of this stuff, I'm like, I know that I was just messing around with this before. And what this is called is this is your studio mode. So now you can see I turned off studio mode. And this is just if you're going to do a recording and you just want to mess around with it, get everything set up. The studio mode is on the bottom right-hand side down here. And so you have start streaming, where if you set up your stream, you can start streaming to YouTube, Twitch. You can log in with Restream. You can do all of that good stuff. You can record the same way you can record with Ecamm. You see I have my virtual camera on because that's what is being fed out to Ecamm here. So now you guys are looking at the OBS virtual camera there. If we come back, hey, what happened here? Okay. We're good to go there. And so let me see. All right, let me see. So we're back on the screen share. And so basically you got your virtual camera. And then if you turn on studio mode, now you can see both of those windows. So for the most part, you really want to keep this option open for studio mode. Then on the bottom, you have your scenes. You guys know how scenes work. I like to explain scenes like scenes and overlays like this. Your scenes are, if you're thinking about a house, the scenes are the rooms in your house. So one scene is going to be, let's say, your entryway. If you have a foyer, if you have a sunroom, your hallway, your entryway, whatever that is, you have your scenes. And then the overlays, so your scenes are your rooms, and then the overlays are the furniture that you decorate your rooms in. So for instance, I have my intro scene. So my room, that would be, let's say, my foyer. You come into my house, that's my entryway. That's my intro scene. And then what I put into my intro scene is my music. So that's an overlay, it's an audio overlay. I have my countdown timer. That's the furniture. So like in my entryway or in my foyer, I would have a bench. I would have my keys where I hook my hook for my keys. If you have a coat stand, things like that, right? So you have your scenes, and then you have your overlays. So they call scenes the same exact thing here in OBS. However, a little bit different in OBS. We call it overlays where they call it sources. So that is a little bit of a difference there between, let me just bring this over here. And so we have that. So you have your sources. Then in the middle, you have your audio mixer, which is basically the sound levels from within Ecamm. So as you bring in different microphones and stuff like that, as you bring in different sound sources, that's going to come up over here. Then you can choose your particular transitions. So you can see I have all these. So if I want to do a fade, so my scene transitions, this should work now. So if I come back here, there you go. There you go. So now, so what I'm showing you guys, so if we go down to the bottom, you have your scenes, you have your sources, where the green levels are is your audio mixer, and then to the right is your scene transitions. So you can choose a default transition. So whether it's a cut, it's a fade, it's a swipe, or a slide, and then you can add different things here, whether it's a stinger, fade to color, luma white. So let's say we want to do fade. If we come back to the middle over here in between the two boxes, and let's say I want to slowly fade from the left box into the right box. So now I'm going to take this slider and I'm going to slowly drag it, and then I get to control the fade mix in. That's cool for, let's say, an outro. That's cool for maybe possibly an intro where you can control how quickly you want it to go. And so if I show you guys that full screen, just bring some stuff a little bit closer. So I wanted to show you guys that full screen. Yes, this is the OBS window. And so what this looks like real time is here's your fade, right? So I'm controlling the fade with the slider. And so if I want to fade back in, very slowly fade, that's using the slider there. So let's come back up. Okay, Walk, I see your question. I'll get to it in a minute. So you have your transitions, and then on the left, you have your controls, which we kind of already went through. Start streaming, start recording, starting and stopping your virtual camera, studio mode. If there's any settings, I just have to, where's my Ecamm window? if I share my whole display, now you can see you have your settings window that just came up. So within, you have your general, your stream aspect. So you can see I have restream. You can do custom. So within an RTMPS, Facebook Live, show all, restream, connect your account the same way you do in Ecamm. You have your output. So what does that look like for the output? Where are you recording it to? How are you doing your audio? So if you want to mess around with all of that stuff. So like my desktop audio. So my default desktop audio, I should actually do my Stream Deck audio because that's the sound that I want. Video. So here you can see the aspect ratio 16:9. I can't change these settings because I have virtual camera turned on now, but these are all drop down menus where you can mess around with the aspect ratios. You can set up shortcut keys, hotcut keys. So do you want to do a shortcut to stop streaming, a shortcut to start and stop streaming, start your virtual camera? You have all those options there. And then any advanced things. So I'm just going to close that up. I don't want to save the changes. And I'm going to just come back and share my OBS window here. Okay, cool. Found the settings are so complex, it can mess up. I agree. It's very complex. So it's so funny when I was messing around with this today because I knew I was going to talk to you guys about this. I stream in 4K and my cameras are 4K. And so the setting was like a little bit off. The aspect ratio was not 16. So it had the resolution, 4K resolution. It had a really weird aspect ratio. So I had to drop down the resolution to 1920 by 1080 to get my 16:9 so that when I shared my whole screen with you, it filled up the whole screen. If I would have left it in default, it would have actually popped, had a black bar. And so I was like, well, how do I fix that? And because I was kind of under a rush, it was a little bit of a pain in the ass. It was not intuitive. The other thing was when I brought in my overhead camera, right? The overhead camera here, because of the way I have my overhead camera, by default, it's actually upside down. So in Ecamm, you can just click on your camera settings, go to the bottom, click on rotate, and then very simple. I could not figure out for the life of me how to rotate it. So then I had to Google it. What's good? Okay, here's, some good and bad things. OBS is such a popular software. It is widely supported. So if you know how to search, you can find the answer to what it is. Now that's the thing. You don't want to spend time searching, right? And testing it out and watching videos or reading blogs and then coming back and adjusting. In theory, having a good product is that you should be able to get it to work and figure it out on your own. It should be intuitive to the user. But kind of like what Paul said before, Koa, what the hell? She just scared herself. Hi, girl. You okay? Do you hear her snorting? What happened? What happened? Tell everybody what happened. They want to know, what did you do? What happened? You scared yourself? Okay, don't burp in my face. Get out of here with that. You're so gross. Get out of here. All right. Sorry. And no, can I see that? She has my fuzzy for my. Give me this. Oh, Paul, look at how great this is. I can walk around my whole office and not worry. And she had my wind muff for my. This is disgusting. Why is this so nasty? Ugh. Yuck. Okay. Anyway, the joys of having a dog. The joy, yes, dog damage. At least at least it's not broken. It's slobbery, but I can at least wash it off with detergent and stuff. Anyway, so I was trying to figure that out. That wasn't intuitive, but literally, Koa, cut it out. I literally just put the search in, how do you rotate the camera in OBS? And everything came up, and the first instructions were right click, click on transform, and then there, right? So I was able to find the answer in 5 minutes. But that just takes extra steps. But it's free. That's what I was saying. That's the difference between a free open source program versus what we pay for in Ecamm, whether you are paying monthly or whether you're paying annually, right? You're not just paying for the program, you're paying for access to the developers, you're paying for access to such a great community. And then with developers like Ken and Glenn and the team that they have, they listen to us and they truly want their products to be customer centric and intuitive to their users. So you do pay a premium for that. It's not just the software itself, it's also the experience. You know, when you go to Disney World, you're paying for the experience and the level of customer service that you receive. You're actually not paying for the rides. So those of you guys that have heard about Disney and the school and the way they do business, that's what you're paying for. That's the ticket. So it's the same thing with Ecamm, right? All right, let's see. So let's take a look. So you can see down here, and if I want to come back, let's say, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a third scene, and I'm actually just going to share this window all together. She's done. She's pissed off because I didn't give her no attention. Whatever, Koa. She left. Can we zoom this in? I hear it click, click, clicking. There it is. Sorry. All right. Click, click, clicking is gone. So I'm going to zoom out. And then what I'm going to do is just make this a little bit bigger. There you go. Okay. All right. And so basically, let's start off with our scenes. And I'm just going to go and set up one scene, bring in one camera, bring in one overlay, an audio source, and that's it. So we're going to do a brand new scene. And then these boxes are all, you can move them around. So if you want to have the boxes kind of up here, right? So if you wanted to bring your scenes all the way on top, now you can. Well, now this is like, so you see I move that to the left. I can make it a little bit bigger, or if I want to bring this down over here on top. So I'm moving it around for whatever my preference is. So I actually want, so let's say I'm going to do my scenes and my sources on top. Koa wants to be Koa. So now I think my computer may be a little bit like, All right, so I have my scenes and my sources on top. So what I want to do is we're going to look at the scenes. I'm going to hit this plus button over here. And let's just going to do, I'll just title this. I'll do this main. So now it's a blank source on the left-hand side. You see that. We're good to go. And then what I want to do is, now that I have a new scene, everything else I'm going to do, and I'm actually going to bring this back down so we can have some more space. Hey. I think my computer's like, what are you doing? Why do you have these two streaming things at once? Oh no. Well, now it's just floating, which is fine. I'm going to leave this floating here for now. So this source menu that I was just moving, we're going to do the same thing. So I'm going to hit this plus button. And then from the plus, can you guys see that? Nope, because my picture's in the way. So I'm going to move my picture to over here. I'm going to move my picture right here. Okay. So I'm over here, this box that I'm moving around. You can't see that. Hold on. Oh, you can't see that. So why can't you see that? I know why you can't see that. So I actually have to share my whole display. I don't like that because that's a little messy. So let's close some stuff. Let's close this here. Koa. Koa. Bring this over here. All right. All right. And okay. All right. Good. Okay. So did I lose my, I think I did. So my scenes, oh, my sources are right here. Okay. So I was showing you this. This is what I was moving around. And so now I want to bring in my camera. And so through bringing in my camera, I'm going to click on this plus button, and then you can see a new button drops down, a new window, and you have audio input, audio output. So you have a bunch of different things. So for your camera, it's your video capture device, which is your video capture card. Click on that. You can label it whatever you want. And you can see, because I already started programming these things, it also remembers what I recently programmed. So I'm going to click on add existing, and I want to actually, I don't want to. So what I'm going to do with you guys, because I didn't bring my iPhone in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my iPhone. Oh, I don't know if it's going to see that because I use eCam. Oh, it may not. And I don't have my iPhone as a capture card. Oh, it does. Look at that. Okay, so let me go back. Hold on. I didn't walk you guys through that. Sorry. So I'm going to remove this. I was talking internally, so I'm going to go do that again. And so I'm going to hit the plus button. We're going to bring in the camera first. So we're going to click on video capture device. I'm going to label this iPhone 12 Pro Max. I'm going to hit OK. And now this gives you another window. And then with this new window, you see these are all my video capture devices. So check this out. I can also bring in Ecamm Live's virtual camera into OBS, or the way we did the other way around. So I have my iPad mini. This is one of my capture cards, my Cam Link, which is my main one. This one is my overhead shot, and then my 12 Pro Max. That's what I want to add as a source. And now it comes up. This just gives me, if let's say you had the, capture card 1, capture card 2, and you had no idea which was which, now you can go in and make sure you select the right one before you even bring it into your show. You can see it has preset 1280 by 720, which is in the tall portrait format. You can choose different ones if you want. I want to maintain this portrait format, so I'm going to leave that as the default. Hey, stop stepping on that. Oh my God, did she step on something? Koa, let me unplug the Stream Deck. She just stepped on the Stream Deck pedal, and if it was on another profile, she might have ended the stream. Oh, Koa. Koalicious. Go lay down. All right, guys. All right, I'm back. Yes, it's OBS. Yes, I said I wanted to. Hi, Robin. Look, she got pissed off. She left. I said I wanted to ruffle some feathers today. So I said I was going to ruffle some feathers and bring OBS into Ecamm and talk about it. But it's good. It's good to know your competitors, right? It's good to have those conversations. Anyway, okay, so we're going to leave the use the preset, and use the preset is kind of the default. So OBS will select the format of the camera and give you a default for that format to bring it in. So we're going to hit OK. And now what I want to do is, if we look at the left-hand side, you can see it kind of, this is what I was saying, right? This box is not, even though it's in portrait mode, the top and the bottom is not taking up my full screen. So if we just bring this down to the edge, and I'm just going to drag this all the way because I want to fill the screen as best as possible. Let's, hey. Come back up. All right, that's all right. And so now I've added this in as a source here. So if I just wanted to have a source regular, then, and this is all I want on here. So now I can just switch back and forth between my main scene. Let's say I want to now switch because what's on the left-hand side is what technically, so if I go back to the camera that I'm sending out, this is the OBS Virtual Camera. So now if I want you guys to see my iPhone camera, now I switched it to my iPhone camera, right? So this is in OBS, the virtual camera. This is the scene that we just created. And so if I want to go back in between the two, so now I'm going to just cycle through my scenes. This is all in OBS. So you can see the transitions are a little bit different. So I have that there. If I want to go from my main scene, I think she has the puppy zoomies. So I have this here. I have my iPhone here, and then I'm going to go back to my overhead and then just kind of swap between all of these. So let's go back. Don't push me. She's being so rude tonight. Right. She is. She's like, Mom, you guys know she's never. Oh, look at what she brought me. Hold on. She brought me, she wants to play. You going to go? Go get it. Okay. She wants to play fetch today. She's definitely trying. Co is trying to save you from the land of OBS. She feels that it's not right. She does. She's like, Mom, she keeps like bouncing my knees under the desk. She's not having it. All right. So come here. No. Okay. Okay. So we brought in a camera overlay. Let me go back here. So this was the camera overlay that we brought in. Now so I'm really not going to do anything else because I just created the main scene, right? So within the main scene, that's this scene that we're looking at on the left-hand side. And so everything else we're going to work out of is your sources. So let's say I want to bring in an overlay. So within the sources box, I'm going to hit my plus button, and then I'm just going to bring in an overlay here. And I'm just going to put this here. Well, that's already add existing. I've already done that. So I'm just going to do eCam logo. So I'm going to add my eCam logo, browse the same thing. And you can drag and drop very similar to how you do in eCam. So if it's on the desktop, you can also do it that way. But for this exercise, I'm just going to go in, browse to my logos folder, and then I'll just choose silver because that I should be able to see that better. All right, cool. So now we have this here, and now I just want to resize this bad boy, resize this, and bring this right over here. Okay, so now I've brought in my eCam logo, and I want to make that. So I'm going to come back. Nope. Yes. And what I'm going to do is now I'm going to slide and fade in. And now you see this is the scene that we just created here, right? And if I want to slide back in, just go back between the two. If we come back, so there's that one. There's this one. This is the one that I want to focus on here. And so if I want to now have my eCam logo in this scene with my Rodecaster Pro, then I'm going to do the same thing, bring an image in, and now I can add an existing. So I'm clicking on adding existing. I'm going to click on eCam. It brought it in, just kind of, and I want to bring this over here somewhere. And actually, no. So what I want to do is I'm also going to delete that. Yes. I want to delete that. Yes. And now all I have is just this one here. See, I choose the wrong thing. No. Okay, there you go. And I want to bring this down. Make this a little bit smaller. Koa. So Koa likes to talk. Come here. and she snorts. She doesn't really bark. She doesn't growl. She snorts like she's snoring. And that's how she talks. That's how she talks back. She's telling me she's trying to play fetch. All right. So now let's go back to my full screen. And what I want to do is now I'm just going to slide in. And now that's the other scene that we just did, right? So if we go back over here, Mr. Camera Junkie, what's cracking? Yeah. How are you, Eric? How are you doing today, Eric? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you, my good friend. And so, okay, good. I'm on the right scene. And then, hold on. I feel like I lost it. Here you go. And so basically, I just want to show one or two more things. So you have your audio input capture. So I'm going to do new. And I'm going to leave that the default name for now. Drop this down. And then that's, so like us, that we use some sort of audio interface. If we use some sort of audio interface, whether it's a Rodecaster Pro, whether it's the Wave XLR1, a Scarlett, whatever you got, you're going to select that. So so I actually use Loop Deck. I created one. Excuse me. So my mic is called Stream Deck Audio. And so that's what I'm going to bring in. And now I have my audio input capture here. So we have that. Let me see. Yes, I am cheating. Save yourself, run. You know what? Y'all better leave me alone. Did the same today when I did a live stream with my own cast media server. I tested Ecamm. It's good to know. Y'all better leave me alone. Anita, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you. Yeah. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Louis, y'all better leave me alone. All right. So now I have my Stream Deck audio. That's my sound coming in right there. Let's see. So what else do I want to bring in? So display capture is a screen share. So if you know one thing, you know the other. You can do a media source, you can do a scene. If you want to bring in a text, very crude. So hi guys. That's what I'm going to label it. And then here, hi guys, you can change your font. You know, when you're looking at it from a perspective of like someone who has a Windows computer or someone who doesn't want to pay, because let's be honest, there are people who just don't want to pay. I like Avenir. Avenir's always one of my Avenir. Let me see. Yeah. And hit okay. And now you have the font and you can mess around with it, right? And so for people that just, don't want to pay, they want to have the software to be able to do just regular things like that, then listen, this is what you're doing, right? Like this is what your options are. Let me see. Transform. So if I wanted to like rotate this there, you can rotate it and kind of have something kind of there. Ecamm and OBS. You know what? Yeah, but Ecamm is going to repo my mod squad hat. They're not, because it's good to know, even from Ecamm, it's good to know what your competitor, that's like me in another bank. I need to know what my competitor is. What are they doing well? What do they excel at? Because maybe we can pick up some things. Is it something that we can actually do? Or what do they suck at? And what are we better at, right? Because you can't grow your business without, stop it, without knowing your competitors. All right, so let's see. And anything else from here? No, so you have your window capture. So if you want to, again, kind of like display capture, window capture. If we go in, I don't have green screen anymore. Let me see, actually. Media source. Let me see. Browse. Downloads. I think, so I was talking about this. Yeah. No, not this one. This one. All right. Let me see. All right. Yes. Where is it? Koa. See, this is where. So weird, see Ecamm logo in OBS. This is like people who own a Mac and have the Windows 11 installed. I know. So I did, and I lost it. I did bring in my video, but somehow I lost it behind something else. And I don't remember how to get it because it's not counterintuitive. But just to bring in simple things, like I said, so if we just come back, let's say I do want to come back to, so how about we do this here? No, that's not what I want to do. Image, add existing Ecamm logo. Here's this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hide this one. Pause. Be quiet, Paul. I'm going to hide this one. Make this smaller. Bring this down here. There's a running dog in the background. All right. I'm going to slide this here. And then come back. Nope. And now I'm using my OBS. Don't let Ken or Glenn see this. Give me. Look. See her? Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Okay, go get it. Okay. All right. Robin says, hey, I have Windows 11 on my new Mac. Who knew that Windows 10 wouldn't run on this souped up Mac? It's all for one program, right? It's sometimes you need it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying before you got here, Robin. Sometimes you need it just for, I would be more afraid of Katie. I agree. Sometimes you need it just for that one example where it's like, oh, all right, I guess, fine. Let me at least know how to use it, right? And it's better to know how to use it than not. That's my thought process. It's better to at least have it and be ready to go than not, and not understand what it is and not know what's what. But, you know, I 100% said that I was going to ruffle some feathers. I guess I can come back this way. I did say that I was going to ruffle some feathers, you guys. So, you know, I just wanted to come in, refresh my memory of using the stuff. Now let me come back to my regular things. All right, all is well in the world, okay? All is well in the world now. You guys can feel better. I'm done with sharing OBS on Ecamm. Personally, I love how you found how to use both Ecamm and OBS. It's cool, right? So I know that a lot of people complain about transitions and stuff. It's like, all right, so just use, if you really wanted to, thank you. Where are my scenes? I hit everything because I was trying to figure out, Koa, stop pushing me. Gosh. And let me look for, show my scenes window. Here we are. Nope. This one. Nope. Okay, this is the OBS window, right? So this is the OBS Virtual Camera. So if you wanted to be able to, you know, do something a little bit different, have some options, right, of switching some things around. If, let's say, I wanted to end my show, just kind of fade to black. Or if we wanted to cut, oh, that's what I wanted to show you guys. There it is. Well, why didn't it work the first time? Hey, let me see. So if we come back, that's what I wanted to show you guys. Hold on, because now I'm like, where is it? So here's this. Can I go to properties? Loop. Okay. So I have no idea where the video is. So it just randomly showed up. There it is. Okay. So now you guys are seeing, so this, why? That's so weird. Because I'm not seeing in my preview window. So you guys are seeing that there. So something is happening on my end if I come back, let me come back to the screen share. So this is weird and it shouldn't happen. So you guys are seeing the output on the left, which is the program, but I'm supposed to be seeing that on the preview and I'm not. And I don't know why. Okay. Oh, so it automatically keyed it for me, actually. No. So why? All right, so that's going to be for another day. I'm not going to drive you guys crazy with that stuff. I'll figure that out. Let me come back to you guys. Hey, what happened here? My scene isn't changing neither. Ooh, my whole computer. Oh, I think, did I break my computer? No, my Stream Deck isn't responding. All right, we're back. We're back. Let me see. I shot Glenn today. I did a live stream today. And Ecamm bandwidth statistics said I needed 10 megabits bandwidth. That's not what happens when you test things, right? Yeah. Seriously, using Ecamm login in OBS could be a problem. Logo, you mean? Gotcha. Well, we're just testing things. So I was just showing how to bring in an overlay, but I get what you're saying. We're ending the stream anyway. All right. So that is that. Just wanted to show you something different. We're going to do what we do. I appreciate you guys. Oh, why? Oh, my thing is all acting weird. Let me force quit. Yes, I want to quit OBS. All right. Look, he's happy. I quit it. No more. No mas. We have quit it. OBS almost got upset with you trying to take it down. Yeah. All right, you guys. So I appreciate you guys. Don't forget, we are running every Thursday a Stream Deck mini masterclass at Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can sign up at india.live/ecamondeck. On the 15th, it's Stream Deck Day. We're going to be streaming in the Ecamm communities on YouTube and on Facebook. Stream Deck Day, XL giveaway, and some more. Giveaway some icon packs, some other good things. So you definitely want to make sure that you come through and hang out with us for that week. So that's from the 15th all the way through the 20th? Yeah, because Thursday's the 19th. So you definitely want to make sure you hang out with us then. Because we got some cool stuff. XL giveaway, icon packs, some other giveaways, mini masterclass. So we got some cool things. All right, you guys, I will catch you guys. Ooh, and hold on. The classes are not different. Every Thursday it's going to be the same. So the outline is the same from Thursday to Thursday, but it's just, as we create an awareness and as everybody gets to know. She's leaving. I feel like she's about to go do something mischievous. As we start to, people start to create an awareness, I want to give an opportunity for everybody to come in and jump in. So, good night, Eric. I appreciate you. K-Walk, are you still around? I didn't answer K-Walk's question. So I wanted to make sure I answer her question if she's still around. She may not be around. Give it a minute. I know that there's a little bit of a lag. Just a little. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. That means a lot. Turn off my light. Give Kathy an opportunity. Tomorrow is ladies' night. Mary Lou Mandel will be on tomorrow. We're going to have some fun. You know what we do on ladies' night. Very excited to have Mary Lou on. That's going to be really cool. So, all right. I don't think K-Walk is on. I'll answer her question tomorrow. All right, you guys. Catch you guys mañana. Peace out.